Like SF.
Yeah.
It's a good combo as well with Mars.
Yeah, especially if you like once he has Satanic BKB, I don't see how he dies against Chicken Fighter's line.
Bit out of range. I think it's not possible, but that's funny.
Obviously, that is going to be watched and something he will have to deal with eventually as we see the breakout here at the bottom and the first blood. Going to be going to Grimstroke here. Follow-up takedowns.
You don't want to go blink. I'm not 100% sure the idea behind it, though, other than that. What would be his item otherwise? Silver Edge is a decent stat item, as we see Wyvern getting dove.
Yeah.
And Chicken Fighters looks like they intend to respond with all fronts here.
Yeah, the coil was laid down. Ember looks to retreat under that silence. Can he make it away? Yes! Pops out the last second. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's Mars getting muscled down. Chicken Fighters do manage to grab 2 casualties for themselves in a response play. Pops the ult from the trees. Does some good work onto Ricky with the 8 swell. It's decent damage, but yeah, missing that raise means Ricky can walk out. Enforcements, all 5 Navi members are here now at the top lane. The chains are going to be successful. Does not get away. The ult comes out from Era and narrowly keeps him alive. The hand of God will help in that. And Navi want to continue to chase on inside the arena, being committed. They see Era, try to lock him up against the wall. Pasha looking to take him down. Barely successful in it. Magical will get the finish onto Saberlight.
Yeah, he barely kills him as he...
The river where they have that potential vision. Jump across. Pasha right into the trees. Does manage to get the catch onto Chen. It looks like they could snipe down both supports. Mech and Hand of God going to be committed for this one. Chicken Fighters want to take the fight back to Navi if possible. Beautiful setup from Saberlight with the coil. Moving in, going to be the Grimstroke. They do end up losing 1 apiece here. The fight forward coming out from Supreme, looking to take it to him, and it's now 2 apiece. Magical moving in a little low on man, a little low on life. Meepo shovels him down, and that's going to be the end of that. Now, Navi's remaining fighters, Crystallize and Pasha, taking it to Era. Era forced to cold embrace, but his doom is imminent.
They pooped just in place.
In place.
I think that
means they're stuck in their spot, and they're just going to swarm on in. Magical shows up to try to get the last hit, but it's Pasha who will claim the win.
I don't know if he meant to do that. I can't tell, actually.
Yeah. I figured he could have been just farming the camp, but with only 2 Meepos there, it's hard to say what the full intention was for Meepo at that point.
Yeah, and they're looking to do just that on Navi. This is more of a denial. Yes, the SF will make great use of it if they choose to give it to him, but I think it's more about shutting down the fact that Meepo relies on this. Maybe they're going to look to contest. Meepo does have buyback.
Yeah,
about half right now.
They're not taking it down super fast. Only about halfway dead now. You got golems running in. Hey, what's going on here, fellas? Mind if I hang out? Get that golem the hell out of here.
Golem,
get his kids out of here too. They're too young. Roche still wants to swing out.
Centaur Stomp.
Now Navi could be caught out on the side. Coil going to be committed, and that's going to be the life of Saberlight. Are Chicken Fighters ready to throw their lives away all for this Roche? Era also going to go down. Navi just get right back in. And I think at this point, Chicken Fighters, they just have to tap out and let Navi get this Roche.
That's a tough sacrifice, or I don't even know what you want to call it, from Chicken Fighters. This is crucial to your game plan, and now, as you were saying, the Alchemist effective. Is this Meepo ahead by enough? Barely neck and neck with SF. Yes, you're down by 2K, but that Meepo really relies on that first Aegis more so than almost any other hero in the game.
Everyone else from Navi is getting a decent amount of farm for themselves, so they're all bulking up higher than where Chicken Fighters could be because they have that Meepo on top, which is fantastic, but then everyone else below, you know, aside from Ricky's Diffusal Blade, which is nice, everyone else, you know, they're kind of in Povertyville.
Meepo was looking bottom, but he walked through the lane. I think they see him here. I think they know he's here.
They're pinging. They dusted. The hunt is on, but he quickly poofs away. Very close.
Well played from both sides, honestly. Supreme acknowledging that they're all missing, that they could just be baiting the Ember. Navi knowing that he's there, and just by the nick of by the seat of tail,
skin of his teeth.
Skin of his teeth. Thank you. A little too early for me to think of.
The seat of his tail.
Yeah, skin of his teeth there. I was thinking edge of his seat. You know, I couldn't think of it. But looks like Chicken Fighters is actually looking to fight.
Yeah, they're going to go right to Navi, knowing that Navi want to just follow forward with the tier 1. They're going to catch him from behind. They immediately take down the Grimstroke. Here comes the Wyvern ulti, locks the Ember in his spot while Meepo moves in and looks to burst down. Magical if possible, but they're not successful. Magical pops the BKB and shrugs them off and wants to take the fight right to him. Is successful in that. Navi holding their line and shoving Chicken Fighters out from their turf. Ultra kill for Magical. He is the new king.
Pretty crazy how big of a buff that Shadow Fiend getting Fear on his Requiem was, just because it serves
successful in that, but my God, Navi were ready to swing. Here we go. Ember, though, in a bit of trouble. Nice little snipe here from the Meepo. And like you said, that's a pretty high net worth hero and good money for Meeps.
Yeah, 550 gold. I will say that they do like damage, as Blitz was saying in the draft. Yes, you have Ricky, but he's really not that farmed right now, and his damage through BKB at this stage in the game is rather underwhelming, and so is Meepo's, because the fear from
jump in Mars misses the spear back, and here goes Chicken Fighters. They get the 2-coil connection. The arena going to be committed. The Wyvern ult from the backside.
The egg, though, it's protected by that arena.
Yes, it is, and they're trying to run away from it. The arena walls come down, so Nico gets bailed out with a cold embrace. The nets come forward, but BKB Magical, the Tyrant, moving in, swings one down. Slayer picks up the next. Chicken Fighters on the retreat. Trying to make it out the distance. The gap closing. Crystallize steps in, gets the chains, locks Meepo in his spot, and the rest of Navi will fight forward and finish him off. This is looking like a Navi game through and through. It's getting quite unhinged as they go for Era. This will make it 22-9.
Be forced to run away like that does not feel good as Nine Pasha. He's leading the charge.
Yes, he is. Looking for little meeps if he can get them, but he poofs out. Oh,
nice dodge.
The bystanders nearby may pay the price.
He just dies so
and
fast.
The puck dies immediately. Grimstroke could pay the price and does. But at what cost here as Navi fight forward, looking to go for the stuffed pig of Meepo. But Meepo calls in some friends without Shadow Fiend here yet. Oh, here he is. Oh, nice little silence, cancels out the ulti.
GG called.
But they haven't even turned around and put their full attention in. And as you mentioned, Chicken Fighters, they've already thrown in the towel. They know this one's over. This one, it's all Navi. They look pretty damn
Greaves pipe.
Yeah.
They won't have that
safe.
direct single target save, but they'll have just general good team.
Probably like 15-16 minutes, then they're in a good spot.
Yeah.
Just died. That SF was returning to base for, and he doesn't have a bottle or anything, so this doesn't look like it's going to get all that much better.
No, not at all.
Ugh.
Magical playing as Shadow Fiend, I guess knows the matchup pretty fresh in his mind, and at this point is taking full control. As we see a trade out on the bottom behind the camps here. Looks like Slayer's able to get a nice snipe of Charlie's courier. So Nico unable to protect that one. And he gets the deny of his own ward,
He
too.
denied the ward, but it wasn't in range of the sentry.
I guess he didn't know that. He must have seen the Oracle plant the sentry and assumed it was within range.
That's actually, okay, so they did change that in the recent patch for anyone wondering how he could do that. You can now deny your own ward at any time if it is your ward.
Flames. That level 2 Purifying Flames does so much good damage, but you do have to have the mana to support it. And look at this, Pasha getting run at a bit here. They're testing the limits.
They know Oracle has no mana. Another example of what we saw in the mid lane, making great use of the fact that the opponent is unable to fight back.
Oh, enough for just the Q, but that's not going to be good enough to save Charlie, and he falls at the same moment. Saberlight also going to be taken down top lane. Now, either way, it's a tension onto the Underlord that Chicken Fighters are just going to have to deal with, and it's going to be a lot harder now.
Charlie? That's the real Charlie. He has no Sunder. He does have a point save, though, so he could turn this. They have to be careful. There it is.
On to Pasha, but they don't have enough of a finish yet, so Nico's trying to burst him down with the Purifying Flames, but he will not get finished. So now he's got Salve and Purifying Flames heal on this Underlord. He's going to be just fine. So Nico has to turn and run. They do manage to get the snipe down as Nature's Prophet will fall to the hands of the Shadow Fiend. Pasha says, let's go.
Oh, they're actually Underlord ulting to mid-tower movement with that pipe, as predicted.
Yep. And Pasha rolls in right behind, goes for the big target of Shadow Fiend. Gets silenced, runs out the other direction. Here comes Saberlight rolling on through. The pipe popped. Supreme gets off the ulti. Underlord obviously
Leash.
shrugs off the damage. Now the Grimstroke ulti. They both have to run. Slayer able to turn around and get the snipe onto
Damage
Oracle
issues for Radiant.
before he can get too much done. Here's Shadow Fiend again getting targeted.
Chains in two. Oh, nice double chains.
Dishes off some raises. Crystallize takes it
Oof.
to him. They both fall for it.
Kamikaze coming out from Supreme on the SF there.
Is that
But you know what I mean. They also have the Ether Lens on Rubik. That Fade Bolt damage is very worth considering on all the illusions as well as the main hero. Minus 35 damage. Pretty significant there as we see a smoke.
Yeah, but it gets popped right away. Supreme, who had been poking his head out to the river. Now it could be a high ground for Chicken.
3-man
But
silence.
a huge silence, huge Soul Siphon comes out. The False Promise bails out Saberlight so he can roll forward with the ulti. Supreme to the high ground, muscling forward here. Good damage there onto Pasha. He tries to retreat, but it's too late. The Terrorblade there, dishing out a massive amount of DPS, just fends off Navi. And now on the backside, it's Ember in trouble.
Wow,
Boom!
overextension.
Sniped by Era.
Right, the Aegis, knowing there's no metamorphosis on Charlie.
Feeling confident that they have the Exorcism. They'll rip it out now. A big silence there on the Terrorblade. They're trying to burst him down before
Sunder.
he can turn and Sunder, but he's going to be able to get it off right onto Pasha. Takes all the life back. Sprout not quite there to lock him in his spot. He's able to turn the corner. Now they put their focus instead on the Saberlight, who's
Gets the
forced to
silence?
run within the
Gets the
trees,
swash
but
off.
he gets the swash off and can't
the
make
two-man
it away.
chains.
Just barely able to take him down. Era also going to fall. Navi able to recoup just a bit from that last fight.
I think Era was like a bonus find there. I think
Charlie, and he does not have Sunder this time. Meanwhile, it does
the
look
stolen
like
Requiem.
so Nico rolls in, trying to slow them down. He's now going to be the focus.
Oh,
Look at the
God.
Requiem. Boom! Hits the two of them. He's looking to raise one down. He's looking to grab the other, but a Glimmer Cape.
Terrorblade dead on the other side, but has Aegis still and meta. He's ready to fight.
Yep, here he comes for round number 2. Fully metamorphed up, charging on forward. They still couldn't even finish off. So Nico, who does a self-false promise, they'll finish off Little Magical. And Chicken Fighters will reclaim their jungle. Pasha on the run. They don't have an answer for his team. Go for a flank play. Even though they now have that fresh BKB, they have Exorcism, they can have everything they want. Navi need a good approach. They don't want to have some bad positioning here.
Good movement from Chicken Fighters, knowing that that would be the angle of approach for Navi. Meanwhile, SF hitting the tower. Oh!
They're thinking about taking the fight. Pasha is the one who should lead up to the high ground here. Rubik from the side dances with him a bit. Now it's
He's in trouble.
Saberlight in a lot
Doesn't
of
get the Oracle
trouble.
hold
And
off.
at this point, Chicken Fighters might decide to turn and run. So Nico says, take me instead. Throws him right in front, but he is quickly sniped down. Crystallize will earn that triple kill. And as you see, Supreme has to BKB TP. Chicken Fighters full retreat mode.
Oh, that Oracle level on ulti. It doesn't say exactly, but that cast range is pretty low. Way back when they nerfed it, and you saw he tried to walk in position to save his Pangolier, and it just was not quite in time. As he may get caught.
Oh, quickly
misses the root.
Tries to jump out.
Lift him back into the root.
The lift
Nice.
is pulled up and pulled right back in.
Okay, nice drop by Saberlight there. Gets his
Gonna be
ultimate off.
forced to ult to make it away. Now they think about making their target onto Supreme. Charlie is so far away, he can't participate in this. Let's see how much
Off the
Navi
DP
can
ult.
get done. Yeah, Magical's holding it. Magical's holding his BKB too. There he decides to pop both. As they go for the finish onto Sonico.
Still has
Magical starts to Soul Siphon up, forced to Yules. The Sunder comes out. Can they
He's
take
just
it to Terrorblade? By the time the Terrorblade shows up, he might be all they need. Here goes Supreme, unleashing the Requiem. Not many casualties here. Chicken Fighter's okay.
They're looking, though. No BKBs. Gets
Oh,
the two-man
yeah.
chains. He uses the Greaves already.
But no follow-up damage yet. There's the Shivas. The Grimstroke ulti's there. They get Saberlight down. He's
No
going to be forced to
Sunder.
buy back. Move in from Slayer with a big Requiem.
Dude, that
Not
was
finishing
sick.
yet. Will the Exorcism get the job done?
He
No.
lifted the SF into the Terrorblade and Requiem on top of them. That was actually really well played by Rubik, despite not seemingly turning into much.
It is still very long-winded and a bit awkward here. Now, as Navi, they're a bit out of ammunition at this point. Now, here's Crystallize, though. Oh, man, Saberlight. Rocking him down. And here comes Supreme. He's the guy who's got the firepower, and he's looking to clean house. Nature's Prophet trying to escape.
No way.
He's gone. He is gone. He went.
And,
Quickly heal up to Terrorblade. I mean, the supports are on the back lines, ready to bail them out if trouble's afoot.
It is so hard to push into this lineup, man.
What can Navi do? I mean, Rubik's waiting far on the side, but they need to find a way to remove those
Death Prophet?
backliners if possible. Death Prophet. throwing herself into the front lines.
Nice force staff.
Bails out. Lotus Orb's there. Still sieging away, not able to get the finish onto the tier 3.
They're looking, though. They know Pengalier rolled it. They know he TP'd out.
Navi
Two-man
on
chains.
the chase. Two-man chains. Locks him down. The lift follow-up. Grimstroke low. Magical looking to go for the finish. They're successful there. Supreme dishes out the Requiem. Wants to right-click in. Charlie already in the mix. Goes for Crystallize, who makes it to the low ground. No, Charlie forced to TP out. Makes it away. They recognize this is not their fight to take. They try to bail out big. Requiem stolen from Slayer. Dishes it on to Supreme.
That was sick.
And Supreme is going to be stuck behind and finished.
Dude, Slayer, like,
he can.
that's not just the only play he's made this game.
He
There
can
have
steal
been,
some spells and use them pretty damn
dude,
well.
These have been some sick Rubik steals. Or the Pengo. Or the Terrorblade.
Or the
Grimstroke. For the first try. You can tell he was like, anybody want this? Somebody's got one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, pawn it.
Minotaur Horn on the Underlord. That's 20 strength as well as the BKB active for 2 seconds. Not bad.
Pretty big. And the first ones to step into the pit is going to be Chicken Fighters.
They look like they want to contest this time around, though, Navi.
For sure they do.
The lift on the Oracle. That's a good target.
He's going to throw him in.
Oh,
no.
but the Abyssal.
Straight up and down.
On
Jump
Ember. He dies
in.
immediately.
Abyssal. Ember's gone. He's going to buy back. Yes, he does. A lot of damage on Pasha, too. They can't handle the deeps that Chicken Fighters are dishing out. Oh,
Wow.
word. And look at that. Death Prophet 2 can't even stand a chance.
Excuse me?
These guys hit like a freight train. Double kill for Charlie. The misses are the only thing saving Nature's Prophet, but not even that's going to be there for him. Now this is their Roche. They just came in and just like Mike Tyson punched him out.
I just love the build. All the builds from Chicken Fighters. I think it's really cool when you look at drafts and you say the weaknesses of this draft is this. And the best way to assess your weakness or like address your weaknesses is items, right? That's the only thing you can change once the game has started, and they have damage issues and lockdown issues. Nothing else is really a problem. They're sustained team fighting. They're overall just like natural scaling on their heroes, and you see this Daedalus Abyssal on the Terrorblade, even taking the 30 attack speed talent.
Here he goes again.
He bursted down, crystallized instantaneously.
Yeah.
In that fight. Like, he has a Shiva's 28 armor, and he just died in a few seconds because of that 12 armor minus from Supreme. And these buildings, they go from 16 armor to a lot less.
Yep. Certainly with the assistance of the leveler, Shadow Fiend can
Jesus.
really lay in some thick damage.
Oh, that's thick.
That Rax didn't stand a chance. They look like a house of cards as they come crumbling down. Navi already could be holding the line one of the last times here. But it looks like Chicken Fighters recognizing that they can't close this one out just yet. The smoke and run.
No BKB on TB because he had it in his backpack, so 20-second cooldown on that.
Can they do anything about it? He just jumps in, immediate Abyssal Blade takedown of Nature's Prophet. He's going to be out for a minute without a buyback. He gets lifted. He gets silenced. Can they hit him with enough damage to stop him? Here comes Pasha. They lock Charlie in his spot. He has the Sunder.
Lotus.
Uses it, but yeah, no damage going to be gained or life going to be gained. It don't matter.
Oh
Charlie does not care about
GG.
his life. He just rocks him down, goes for the Prophet next. He ends up getting bailed out from the Oracle, saved, and they win, and they go to a game number 3 for Chicken Fighters.
Based on the last few days, it seems absolutely impossible for one team to win.
Chicken Fighters. I just realized.
I like that.
I
Yeah.
think Alka 3. I've seen Navi have to switch things up before, like at the major when we.
This could work out to be a really interesting dynamic here for the side of Chicken Fighters.
The only issue with Death Prophet in the side lane is before she has points in her nuke up, she is at threat of the lane just doubling up on her, like you're seeing here. She is going to get gone in the bottom lane, as we saw Undying die in the top lane. Pasha chasing her down. No points in there, no charges of the Spirit Siphon. Slayer does have Inkswell, going to use it on himself. No stun from Seneko due to mana. He's too short.
He's almost blocking a bit there, unfortunately. And now Seneko has to head out the other direction. Chicken Fighters will take a hard shot on that one, but they even it up for Navi. Could be something they consider going for. He dished out the ult, and that could be it. Yep, right on cue. Not even necessary to be there as a witness. They just blast down Saberlight. The follow-up sprout's there, but Era is quick to react.
Charlie, haste rune, he's coming. Ganking Naga Siren mid lane.
Look out, everybody. Era's trying to bait them in to stay longer.
Courier?
Oh,
Nice
Era.
value.
No grave, so he goes down with the right clicks.
That's just a Naga Siren, though. He has no net, no ability to contribute other than just a simple range up. And top lane, Saberlight does get
Oh,
level
bottom,
6.
though.
And bottom lane,
They're
everything.
going again. It's a little bit of the same. This time Slayer hoping to go
Only
for the
one
finish.
charge on the Spirit Siphon, though, so big difference
Yeah.
this time around.
Yep, and with Magical there.
Oh, the Dazzle TP.
The Dazzle's
The grave.
here.
The
He's
early
got
grave.
the grave now. He wants to be sure.
Duel, let him have it. Okay. Whew.
Ah.
They almost killed him in time, or too fast.
Era's chained down now, though, and without a grave, he will fall. So Navi at least recoup a little bit of something.
I'd say that's a bigger reaction force from Chicken Fighters, so Navi could maybe be okay with it. But at the same time, Charlie's just free farming mid and pressuring the tower. So overall, seems like a win for Chicken Fighters entirely, despite having to bring so many heroes to their own safe lane. Sunoiko's already level 5 as a 5-position Nyx. 8.5 minutes into the game. Does have a Quelling Blade over the boots. This stage in the game against the Prophet, I don't mind that. Got a King will get hit by your ultimate, so if you're tanking the tower and creeps, as we see bottom.
Yeah, Saberlight denied that tower.
No
They're
more
looking for
tips.
vengeance here, so Nico steps in now, gets his own stun, poison.
The
Grave
grave.
comes out with the bailout. Duel set up. Saberlight successful in getting the finish of Magical on that
Inkswell
one,
on
but
3.
big damage
Oh,
with the
that's a max
Inkswell, with the
duration.
zombie, with the Pasha. They wipe out two. They're looking to go for more. Soul Siphon, not going to be enough.
That
And-
Inkswell is a 3.7-second stun for 400 damage. And it hit 3 heroes. That's going to win you a fight, no matter what.
Swole, am I right?
Really do anything to peel all that great. Death Prophet's only a silence once he gets the manta. They do have a sentry.
Inkswell, Remnants in.
Oh, only stuns up the
The
Grim
grave
in the
is
back.
there. Oh, he put the grave onto the Nyx.
Yikes.
Oh, no.
Tip Era, do it.
Jump forward. They're going to make Era pay for it as well.
God, so much damage from that max slice.
They were really close together, so I can see why there could be a bit of a misclick, but that is so unfortunate. And now Navi are going to move forward and get the tier 1.
Really nice movements from 9 Pasha and the offlane Ember. Something we don't see very often. I've never seen him play it, but it looks good. The silence plus the chains.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is
Hemorrhaging
like a real
at this
ugly real
point.
quick. And they have the defusal on PL. He's ready to fight. This is one thing that leans in the favor of PL in this matchup. The
Oh,
smoke.
chain.
Inkswell, run it back.
So
And
Nico,
Sunoiko, he's just going to die, man. There's
he
no way that works.
witnessed the whole thing. He's got to go.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Navi just run and train now. Feels like they're like on some sort of 8-0 kill streak at the moment.
Grimstroke is so good, man. That hero, I'm surprised he did not get different definition of cute. Dakota. As they find Magical. Nice blink duel. Is that going to lead to anything, though?
Magical's pretty farm. This ain't no scrubby support Nature's Prophet, but with the assistance coming in from the
They're
Death
out of
Prophet,
position
that
now,
will be
though.
good. Pasha jumps in now, looking to try to finish the plate of Saberlight,
song,
and is
but the
successful, but
flame
the
card.
song is too late, and Charlie will bounce.
The benefit, I guess, of Song is that you can focus the Tombstone during it, but there, I said it was a nice blink duel, but man, is that deep to be going to dive after that Nature's Prophet. He seemed pretty content to just man the F up and take him down with him as he dies, but dishes out as much damage.
Nico shows himself doing the cute little mana leak onto the Undying. Will he pay
Dust.
the price for it? They got the dust.
And here's the 4-second stun. Oh, there it is.
Dust was like the one item that got buffed this last
Yes,
patch,
it did.
being 10 gold cheaper.
Hype.
Era graved up, but now reciting his final
Delaying
prayers.
the inevitable, yes.
Yep. And Chicken Fighter still just handing over kills. Charlie's here now.
Grimstroke ult.
Yeah. Can they do anything? Okay.
I think they're both
Some
just going to die here.
ghosts.
Actually, I don't know who's dying.
Oh, Ember is getting siphoned up from the front. Nice step in from Supreme. They get the finish there, but Magical
PL's
from
not here.
behind.
PL's actually
He
not
is
here.
dishing out the right click, and as you mentioned, without the assistance of PL, it is a bit awkward for Navi. They're still holding it.
His manta's in his backpack. PL, put the manta in your...
It could have been so much better, though, if PL was here right out of
Put
the
the
gate.
manta in your inventory, PL.
You got the manta in your backpack, brother. He's still got it in his backpack. He's running in without it. It doesn't care.
He's like, he tried to manta to do damage there, and he's like, wait a minute, I don't have my freaking manta. DP versus PL. So I've noticed in my games that you have this like mid-game timing where PL's a bit rough, but once you get this manta, oh, it feels so free against Death Prophet in terms of the game going on, because those ghosts, they only have one target that they hit, and the best way to soak up the damage is to have a bajillion targets, and that's what PL does
approach.
best.
They're on the high ground to pop the smoke.
No running away from
They
this.
try to jump and make
nice
it away.
Yules, nice Yules. That purges it, like we
Yules,
said.
yeah. And
Good disengage.
Purge out. Oh, they're trying to get Era. He's forced to grave himself.
Oh, the double lance value.
Oh my God, they're not going to be able to make it away. Era is going to fall. Oh, so Nico could be next. How bloodthirsty is Navi here? they're going to dive to take down the 2 supports, and with them both out for 30 seconds.
Ballsy from Charlie not to
He's
be
still
scared here.
dancing with them a bit. While most of Chicken Fighters are in their jungle side still, Navi are making the approach to move in for the
Double
Naga.
lance.
Supreme gets the finish on the Magical.
They're going to focus the tomb, maybe? Okay. Not bad. Is this good for them?
Here's Supreme from the backside. Duel goes out. They're looking to isolate Grim. They take him out first. Supreme
DP's really low, but he heals us.
low, but living.
The grave.
And she's living. She makes it out from the back inside, and she's all good. This
But she's
could
out
be
of the fight.
Chicken Fighters' time. As they
Grimshark
fight
bot
forward.
back.
Yes, he is. He's here now. They have that outpost, so he's able to get here super fast. Now Charlie on the run. Era's forced to grave and TP out hastily, but that leaves poor little Charlie behind, and Nagamama is dead. Supreme back in action, but at this point, Navi have won them over.
Is this like Wagamama, but like fish version? Is that what you're going for here? Seemingly not mobile hero. I don't really have a better way to talk about that one.
Oh, hold on.
Hold the
We got a
bash.
fight to possibly talk about here as
tombstone
Charlie's
well
looking to roam
placed.
in. Saberlight to the high ground. The song comes out, and they will quickly deal with that tombstone.
Is that
Who are they looking to isolate? It's
trade for
Ember.
them?
He gets a chainsaw. Pasha. Remnant's out. They can't get the focus onto him. Now they
Kills
look to
the
settle
Dazzle
for
immediately.
Crystallize. Crystallize moves in, gets the finish on the Era. Era forced to buy back now. Magical looking to shift in, and they're fighting right at Roche's front door. And it's a bloodbath on the welcome mat here as they quickly wipe out 2 and 3. Hey, Roche, did you see that? Now we're going to beat your ass. As they walk in and go for the Aegis.
he's a witness? Finish him.
Get the hell out of here. You saw nothing. Now, give me that Aegis.
I see why they're doing what they're doing with the Naga Sleep. You can't win the fight if the tombstone's there, but it's just showing how dire their situation is for the Radiant, and I don't know. It just seems relatively hopeless with a 21,000 net worth lead for Navi. The problem with the Naga Siren, I think I've seen this game, as opposed to like the Alchemist that the panel is suggesting for their 10th pick, is it just hasn't matched the pace of this PL. And
that is just already too many for Chicken Fighters to deal
Charlie
with.
getting hit up here.
He is really the final hope here.
PL has cheese.
Jump
Uses
in.
the cheese.
Duel.
Well
Okay.
played.
Yeah, and he might get some free damage here.
That
Oh,
was
the
a sick
Grave.
cheese usage, honestly.
Grave song.
Pause, everybody. Chill the F out.
And this could be the final round. Saberlight tries to make a hasty escape,
Doppelganger dodges the silence.
but Supreme becomes the new target. And they block her up. They try to with the trees. Can they pinch her under the wall? The Grave's there, but it's not going to hold her out long enough. And she's down and out for over a minute without a buyback. Naga should be next. I think the Tau could come momentarily here. But she does manage to make it back inside the fountain. Navi, have they overextended? They haven't really done any damage to the racks yet. Ooh, good stun. Here we go. Chicken Fighters.
The Abyssal onto the
Fighting
Dazzle.
him
He's
back
dead
a little.
instantly.
Pasha will be next to go down here.
He's
But
pretty tanky.
Crystallize. Crystallize is the one you want to get. And Crystallize, he's got Charlie. Sprout.
Oh, he tries the Quelling Blade, but it's the wrong tree.
Crystallize is there in front to wait.
And now what?
Does have a buyback, but okay, spends it.
They don't have any mana because of the Naga Siren Diffusal, so... And the Nyx mana burn. I don't know if they can continue this.
It's only Naga and Nyx. So by numbers, Navi feel good, but you're right. By resources, they feel weak.
They cancel 9 Pasha's TP. That's a dieback, I believe.
Big. Yes, it is. Nice little snipe there from Charlie.
Okay. They
90
catch him with the
seconds.
sleep as well. Gonna
Okay.
have no impale, no impale. They do
Here
have
we go, Chicken Fighters.
duel
Oh,
and
Magical's
5.
here.
None of their stuns are up.
Self-sprout by Magical. He right-clicks
No
from his
mana.
little turret. While PL goes to the high ground, gets dueled up. Soul Siphon's there. PL to the other side, but still gets dropped.
Magical.
And Magical now could be next. What is happening here?
We have a 3-2-2 situation
Navi
potentially.
just falling apart as it looked like they were going to go in for the finish.
Yeah, the mana burn's proving to accomplish everything they need. The silence cancels that TP because it is an ability rather than the actual TP scroll.
They didn't know.
Entirely, as double damage does only amp up the base damage. Both teams smoked up now.
Okay, who's going to get the better execution, the better jump in? So Nico Carapace, silence, misses the mark. Saberlight goes in, can't quite catch the duel, follows up with it, looking to go for the finish on Undying, and is successful
Dazzle's
there.
dead too.
No buyback there.
But he has
Era does
buyback.
have one. Naga swinging it out with Crystallized Magical, dishing out good damage on the backlines though with that BKB.
No
He
buyback
can't
on
be
him.
stopped. And Naga's down and out. No buyback. That might be the final straw for Chicken Fighters, as the Death Prophet will also go down without buybacks on either. This could be the call.
I don't know if Navi would have been able to kill Charlie without that DD. That was pretty game-changing for Crystallized to be able to focus him down. And looked like an inevitable ending, but will they make one last grand hurrah stand here?
Without DP and without Naga, they could do it, but how successful could it actually be? I think so. Nico might be the first one caught. Jump in.
Oof.
Hail Mary, but that's free damage to take your Ancient that much faster. There's the call, and it's going to be Navi taking the series 2-1. But gotta give credit to Chicken Fighters, man. They put up a hell of a fight this series.
Agreed. I